with you, and I need to pull my other computer on. I've been messing around in my little temple space today because I really wanted to have my big Sri Murti in the background, but I haven't been too successful in making that happen because there's a little bit of a glare. And I've been trying to undo light bulbs and make that work, but it's just what is right now, so I'm going to just let that be. Anyway, I know Catherine and Elizabeth did Wake and Diksha this morning, and they did, then Kath did an Om.
Because there's a little bit of a glare.
Whoop, there we go. I'm turning my sound off.
Undo light bulbs and make that work, but
off. There we go. And I know Mahal also is having an Om right now. So it's great that there's a lot going on this beautiful New Year's Day. I'm just going to check in for a little bit. I'm getting kind of excited about my my trip back to India. It's very much, in a way, it already is happening for me, and so I'm a little bit discombobulated. It's kind of great that I've more or less packed, and I got. I have a few extra days on either end of my trainer course, and so I've decided I'm going to go down to Oroville before the course, which is probably about 4, maybe 3.5, 4 hours away from Chennai. It's down south near Pondicherry. This is, there's an ashram there that was created by Sri Aurobindo, and apparently a beautiful temple called the Mandir, dedicated to the Mother, that some of my friends who were in the minister's course went to and just raved about just the experience of being there. So I think I'm going to be a little adventurous. And there's a place that lots of people stay. It's called the Quiet Healing Center, and it's a massage place, and it looks very Western accommodations. But I kind of like to go off the beaten path. So I went online and I found a little, I guess it's just like a guest house. It's called the Center House. It's right in the middle of town. And I sent them a request to see if they had a reservation. I just got it back this morning. And they said, yes, they had space. And for 800 rupees, you get a place to stay, 3 meals, your laundry, a bicycle, and also a donation that is made to the village, because everyone who stays there makes a donation toward this ashram and the maintenance of it. 800 rupees, folks, is like not even $20. I mean, 600 rupees is $10. So I don't know what I'm getting myself into for 800 rupees, that I get a bicycle, 3 squares a day, a bed, a bathroom somewhere, and I make my donation, and I get my laundry done. I'm going to stay for 2 nights, but the adventurous soul in me wants to try something different and not just go where all the Westerners go. So take a prayer out for me in Oroville, and I'll bring you guys with me to the Center House. It looked okay in the picture, but you know, people can... Anyway, I'm sure it's going to be fine. I'm not going to drink the water. I'm not going to eat food that hasn't been cooked. And I have my divine with me, so there. It's going to be an awesome experience. I'm going to check over here and see if there's some questions today. I'm using a different camera. I'm just using the camera on my computer. I'm kind of trying it because it would be easier when I'm at the campus if I can get online. Catherine seemed to think that Matthew could help me to get online to do some Skypes. And so I'll take my other camera, but without the tripod, it's kind of iffy to figure out the right height. So at least with this is just my little Mac I'm using. Happy New Year. Do you guys have any take some Imodium? I'll take some Imodium. Thank you for that. Actually, I took Imodium last time, and I ended up leaving it for Elizabeth Sharenka because I didn't need it. Are there different versions of Liberation Sutra? Well, I guess there are if Kath played a different one. The one that I play and the one that most people play is the one that the guides did. I know Bernie sings it, and I don't know, she kind of created her own version. I don't know if she's recorded it, but take a look and see. I've only got one more Om left, and then I'm leaving on Friday, so I probably am not going to be doing much more searching. I did, however, go online today, and I got some new music that I hadn't downloaded before for today's Happy New Year Om. And so that was kind of fun. And by the way, thank you all. A couple of people have made some donations to me, and it's really great because even though I'm gone, my live stream account, I still have to pay for my live stream account, and I have to pay for, you know, internet stuff that I do, my radio program and all that stuff, even though I might not be using it in a regular way. So I totally appreciate those people who made donations. So thank you so much. Okay, Nicole. Blessings from my trip. New adventure. Hello from... Hey, Nicole. Hi. We were together in India. Rebecca. Hey. I'm doing an Om today. You bet. Emodium. Are there different... Oh, got that one. Happy New Year. Hey, Pam. Hi, Pam. So great to see everyone. Evelyn. Thank you, Evelyn. Namaste. Beautiful. Diana and Charlotte. This is like my posse here. And Linda, thank you. Hope you got my email. Send me back a prayer. You guys know each other too. It's very cool. Someday we'll all be in the same space. I'm thinking, Elizabeth and I are thinking that we might start doing some teachings that would be maybe web-based so that we could interact and talk to each other, whereas instead of just the chat, because it's a little challenging doing this back and forth with the chat, because while you're talking, questions are coming, and so it's, you know, the rubbing the belly and patting your head. So we're looking, when I get back and she gets back, we're going to be looking into how we might do that. It's probably some technology that we don't have, but that's available to businesses. So that's what's going to happen. So, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. You guys don't have questions. Everybody's just happy. Marianne, hello, New Beginnings. Namaste from Warsaw, Bogomil. Sure you want, no, I cancel that one. Istvan. Thank you so much, my YouTube buddy. So you guys don't have questions. And we'll just see what happens here. Wonderful trip. So one of the things that I noticed that has been coming up, let's see if there's anything, grapefruit seed, I have that too. I have grapefruit seed. Thank you. Susan Lipton, Nicole, what to do when staying with the what is, experiencing the physical sensation of the feeling, but not able to identify what the feeling is or what the resistance is? Ooh, good question, Nicole. You know, I'm doing a little of that right now. I've got a thing that's kind of bubbling up for me. And what I'm noticing is how I have the opposite thing that's happening is the stories are coming in, the justification's coming in. And for me, I know that when that's happening, that's the resistance. The story is the resistance. The story is the justification of why I should or shouldn't feel what I'm feeling. And as long as that is there, the physical feeling in the body can't, for me, I can't fully experience it. I can't really even identify where it is because I'm up in the story. And if you're having the physical sensation, I would say, hooray for you, because the physical sensation is beyond the mind. You know, one of the things that happens in the awakening, and I know that you've had the shift, one of the things that happens is that the senses separate so that the mind isn't running the experience anymore for us. So when we're feeling something in the physical body from an awakened place, the mind isn't telling us even why we're feeling it. We're just feeling it. And so what I would say is, if you are able to just allow yourself to be in the experience of the physical feeling. And Bhagwan, your divine, however you know you're divine, will reveal to you whatever needs to be revealed in that particular experience. If it is something that needs to be revealed in terms of a pattern that is a mental pattern that you're chewing on, probably what will happen, at least what has happened for me, is I have I have the experience when I go with what is, and I allow myself to be with it long enough. What happens is there's some sort of a release, and I'm not conscious. The conscious mind isn't telling me what the release is. But what happens is I'll get into a situation that I've been in before, where my pattern has been triggered. And what will happen is I will be in this kind of new world. It's like I woke up as a new being, because I have this almost like a deja vu feeling. I've been in this situation before, but how I have responded in the situation was very, very different. But I can't even hold on to the old how. I can't. It's really weird in terms of how it has shown up for me. It's as if whatever that constellation of thought patterns, it might be limited thinking, or it could be some sort of old pattern of not good enough. I know for me, one of the ones that has been really, really strong since the shift has been my awareness of how just really good I feel. And I've talked about this before, of Bhagwan saying, oh, you'll feel very good about yourself. Well, if there's no self there, how am I feeling good about? And essentially, what it is just feeling a sense of presence and belonging and connection and oneness with whatever experience is happening. And what comes up, and it doesn't really come up so much anymore, but hopefully this reflects on what you're talking about. I know it reflects on the experience of awakening for me. What comes up for me is I can remember a time in my life when I felt, for want of a better word, just like disconnected from people, just not like I fit in. I didn't feel like I belonged in particular groups. And you could say, well, I didn't feel like I was good enough. I didn't have enough money. I didn't have enough education. I didn't have the right credentials. I mean, just as I'm saying that, I can feel the groups that I used to be in where that experience was very alive for me. And my first strategy around all that was, if I could, was to grab something to drink, but over time, that strategy went away. And then it was about managing those feelings, managing not feeling comfortable. So, one way I would manage is I would try to just be in charge. I would take over. And then my controller could manage my feelings, because I wouldn't have to deal with the feelings because I had so many details to take care of. But I don't have that anymore. And so the feelings are just present. And the feelings that are there right now have no connection to that old pattern of not feeling good enough, not having the big enough hole. Everyone probably can identify with the enough hole. So in the awakening, the feeling very good about yourself, which for me has been just such a joy. It's a moment-to-moment experience of living life, just the way it's flowing. And, as Bhagwan says, everything's happening automatically. And wow, it's just amazing. So there you go. Let's see what else. Maybe somebody has another question. I wrote a question. Is there another question that you wrote, Nicole, or no? Un abrazo desde Ecuador. Hugs, bless you. Bada, 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 bada. Hi, Heidi. Suzanne, hey, prayer request. I have your prayer request, Suzanne. I got prayer requests yesterday, and I haven't sent you all confirmation, but everyone who sent me a prayer request so far, I have put you in my list and printed out one list that is already in my pile to go to India. I'm going to have to cut it off tomorrow, probably by noon tomorrow, my time, California time. That any prayer requests that come after that, I'm not going to be able to print out and take with me. But you'll be in my heart anyway. So let's see if there's any other questions. Nicole, I got your question there. See if anything else. Can you turn down the sound? No, but can't you turn down your sound? Let's see. I hope you can just turn your sound down. It's my built-in mic, so maybe it's different than my other mic. I just turned it down. If that's helpful, let me know. Whoever wanted the sound turned down. Regula? Okay. Sarah, hi Sarah. No question. Love and blessings for a great trip. Thank you so much, Sarah. Beautiful. Taking you all with me. Leslie, Pam, Felix. You guys are, it's like family time here. Wonderful. Max, hi from Sweden. And Suda, well, there is no time to translate they are asking for. There is, Patricia, there is no time to translate and they are asking for translation. I don't know, Morella. I wish there were a way. There's so much gratitude, right? I wish there were a way. We can't communicate with you today. Why? I don't know what that means. You can't communicate with me. I'm getting ohms. Sound is fine. Sound is good. Prayers for recognition with my son. Reconciliation. Pam, if you would send your prayer to me on my Gmail account, patriciakeel@gmail. That way I can go in, copy the prayers, put it on my prayer sheet, quickly send you a little acknowledgement, because otherwise it's too complicated for me to try to go back into live stream, cutting and pasting out of live stream. So that would be my request. And Morella, I'm sorry if maybe I'm talking too fast. I wish there were a way that we could get a translation of the alms, like Bhagwan does the Skypes, and then they put the translation in there. I don't know how to do that. So anyway, I talked a little bit about that experience. I wanted to say a little more about the chamber process, just because I've talked to a couple of people who've been coming back, and I know Eric, they're doing a great puja today. If you guys can get on, it's going to be in a couple hours. I think it's my time, 1:15, so that would be probably like 2 hours from now. They're doing a special puja, which will be a blessing to the padakas, blessing to the divine, and the puja's intention is going to be that your divine will be made physical for you this year. All over, and it's specifically North America, but you guys, wherever you are, just join in. And then Eric and Brenda and Joyce are going to do an Om after the puja. So what a blessing to have the technology with Rama and Carlos, the LA people who know about cameras and things, doing this experience for us so we can participate in this live puja. I just wanted to say this one thing about the chambers, because I talked to one of the trainers and she was saying she's setting it up in her home and it's going to take time for her. She's going to actually separate one room in her home, which right now is a bedroom, her master bedroom, that's on the same floor as the gathering space she'll have. And she's going to separate that room in a way so it'll be soundproof, so that the two chambers, one for the padakas, which is the healing chamber, and the second one for the Srimurti, which is where your divine will become physical. And I asked her, how you're going to do this? It's not going to be open 24 hours a day. Like in India, this is partly, some of these homes are open pretty much all day long. And she said, well, I'll probably have a specific time and I'll put it out and people will have to sign up to come and experience the teachings in the room, and then they'll go one at a time into the separate chambers. And so that gave me a different understanding of how this process is going to work. And I think our guide Doug G is going to have a map for us. So this is going to be, like Bhagwan says, this is like the fast track, and you know, they call them shortcut Bhagwan. This will be the fast track for people to connect physically and be in God realized states. And then the awakening can unfold after that God realization happens. So for those of us who've been plodding along for quite a while in oneness, giving Diksha, receiving Diksha, having awakened Diksha, having oneness meditation, you know, this will be like jumping over all of that to just completely move into a state of oneness with our divine, and the awakening can be a byproduct of that. So it may be that some of you who are in the US may even want to physically like make an appointment with one of these people and fly to some other location if you don't have someone who's doing the chamber process nearby where you live, and create this as a, I mean, what a blessing, what an incredible experience to be able to have this healing in the first chamber, physical healing, emotional healing, and then this experience of the divine presence. And when I was talking, I'm going to Jackson Hole. Edie Bennett's there, and she's one of the people who's doing the chamber process. And she asked Narasimha Kumarji, can we do the chamber process and then have a oneness meditation? Because I'm going to be in Jackson that first weekend in February, and there's a big festival in Jackson Hole. I totally invite you guys to come. Jackson's such an incredible place. And there are a lot of trainers and wonderful people in Jackson. At any rate, Kumarji said that the Om is actually a preparation for the three-chamber process. So we're going to be doing lots of Oms over that weekend, and then Edie will probably have a three-chamber process, maybe even on a Monday, for people to sign up and be part of. Anyway, that kind of helped me understand it a little bit more, because I don't know if I'll be doing that process or not. Elizabeth and I are talking about it. But again, it's about creating the sacred space, finding the place that can be totally dedicated to your divine, that nothing else is happening in there. And, you know, even this beautiful space I'm in right now, I'm doing my live stream, so I don't know whether that's probably not allowed, even though I know Amma Bhagwan are happy that we're doing it in here. Anyway, it's time for us to have Awakened Diksha, and I do have a couple pieces. Pretty much most of the middle music that I have is music that I just downloaded. The first song is one that you all know, and it's just a beautiful song, and it's just, it's that song, Just to Know You. And that's how I feel about you guys, even though I don't see your faces. So I'm such a crybaby. My last little pass here, and I think on almost. Oh, good! You're translating pieces of this. This is great. I noticed that while we are doing the awakening meditation, people are writing. How can they be doing the meditation and writing at the same time? I don't know. Good question. They're not. You know, people do what they do, but. You know, ideally, when we do the Awakened Diksha, when we do the Awakened Diksha, you want to close your eyes and receive. I mean, you're getting a blast. You're not just getting it from me, you're getting it from all the people who, sorry. Sorry, Bhagwan. I'm trying to get rid of that little glare, and I turn one of my lamps. It's just not wanting to do, so maybe you guys, you're going to have your eyes closed anyway, and I'll move it for the Om so that you're not looking at a glare. So we're going to put the music on now. I'm going to turn my mic off here, and I'm going to put the music on. And just know that this Awakened Diksha is for you in your new 2014. May your divine become physical in your life. Blessings and love to you. Please join me if you have experienced awakening, and offer this blessing to everyone.
You passer meinen Namen, meinen Namen semare eu pisserà just to know